do bouncing lamps, healthcare robots, and dancing water have in common? We're eating with them all today in Disneyland.
I love birria tacos. These are elite.
Hello, Mam Fam, and welcome to another episode of the Worth It series, the series where we eat at the most popular restaurants around the theme parks and tell you if they are worth the hype. Today we've got 3 very different experiences across Disney California Adventure, so come along as we eat our way across the park and let you know if these spots are worth a visit. I hope you're hungry. Let's get to it. First up, the single hardest reservation to book in this park, brunch at Lamplight Lounge. This is a full-service restaurant right here on the edge of Pixar Pier, and while it is normally open for lunch and dinner, and incredibly popular then too, the weekend brunch is the hard-to-get spot. Checked in for my reservation, and it's no surprise considering the restaurant's location that it is themed to all things Pixar, which I absolutely adore. And around the restaurant, you're gonna see things like different concept art, props, quote unquote, from the film, marquettes, and it sits on Pixar Pier here. You have this beautiful view of Incredicoaster and the pal around, but one of my favorite things when you walk in is this chandelier bait of different concept art of Pixar characters. I always point Bruce right here. You've got Buzz Lightyear on the other side, but today I'll mix it up and find some other favorites. I like this note from Roz right here. You got Wally up at the top, Flick, oh, Buzz and Woody all the way at the top. This is so cute. Oh, when it's a little warmer, I love sitting out on the patio. You got that beautiful view. They've got fire going. They've got all these different sets and vignettes from different Pixar films. And also, I guess I have a brunch guest.
Yeah, welcome. Take your seat.
Okay, before I sit down with my dinner company, who I definitely didn't know was here, I have to show this table. Normally someone's sitting here, but this booth is the coolest because it has all the cars in the table, and then on the wall they have different mock-ups of how toys and characters in the movies look in real life versus how they're going to be animated. Like here's the Peas in the Pod and Dolly from Toy Story. There's Woody over there, the octopus from Finding Nemo, and then up at the top you just have all these different toys from a variety of Pixar content, including things you don't see often like Good Dinosaur. You've got Remy up there, Wally and Eva, Edna Mode right here. You've even got the snowman from Knick Knack, the little bird from Piper. Like, this is so cool. Taking a look at the menu, there are a variety of specialty cocktails available, including a Huckleberry Dragon Fruit Lemonade, the Scream Canister, Find Your Spark, a Mimosa Flight, and a Cinnamon Toast Cocktail. Very exciting brunch cocktails. They also have a pretty expansive wine and beer and seltzer list. A fun fact, Disney California Adventure is the largest supplier of California craft beer, so I always love seeing what's on the rotation here. And they've also got some fun non-alcoholic beverages, including the Goofball Island and the Mint to Be. Additionally, there's a very fun not-so-secret menu that you can pull up on your phone if you just Google secret menu at Lamplight Lounge, and all kinds of drinks will show up. Now, a lot of the menu has kind of a Latin twist, so you've got breakfast barbacoa tamales, lamplight chilaquiles, potatoes flautas, but they also have some classics like steak and eggs, French toast, a brunch burger, and a salmon omelet. For dessert, they have donuts, which are going to change seasonally. We will not be sampling them. And then there's the kids' menu as well.
There are 6 beverages across the table. This should be a surprise to no one. Molly is a known 3-drink girly. And you know what? I have adopted the 3-drink girly lifestyle. So let's talk about them. Water, coffee, I mean, those are pretty simple, but this is the one we all want to know more about, and that is the Sunrise Spectacular. This is made with Maker's Mark bourbon, tropical juices, doesn't specify which ones, but we do know that they are tropical, agave nectar, and a dash of Angostura bitters. This is like a morning old-fashioned, it sounds like. I'm interested to give it a try. I'm slightly dubious, but I'll let you know. And Molly has picked up the Java Martini. This is made with tequila, coffee liqueur 43, and a hazelnut cream foam on top. So a tequila espressitini. Another thing that I really love about Lamplight Lounge are the coasters. Not because of this side, silly, because of this side. All of these have different sketches and artwork on them. You can see that I have the little green alien. Molly has Mama Imelda. And then we also have the little baby Bao. And on them, there are the artists that they are drawn by. So these are really fun. At a time, we collected these and had a set of those in our bar. Where they are now, goodness only knows, but these are very cute.
Are we being bad? Hello, tequila. It is rare that I am surprised by a Disney beverage and how alcohol forward it is when it's not something like a regular martini or an old fashioned at a bar like a bourbon bar. But you can absolutely taste the tequila in that. But it's nicely balanced with the hazelnut. I don't think I've ever had an espresso martini with tequila before. It's normally vodka. But as someone who doesn't like sweet drinks, this is perfect. It tastes like coffee, hazelnut, and tequila. So I'm here for it.
They always give me a straw, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to mix and then plunk my orange in. Huh. I got to be honest. I went into this not thinking that I would like it, and it certainly is on the sweeter side because of all the tropical juices, but you are still able to taste the bourbon inside, which adds a little bit of that more rich, smoky flavor. This tastes like passion fruit, orange, and guava juices. I didn't think that this would complement whiskey so well, and here it is. I think if you are new to bourbon and want to try drinking bourbon in a safe, tropical way, this is a good place to start. Probably going to be a one and done for me, but it's a nice tropical way to start the day.
Our food has arrived and it looks delicious. Went for the Lamplight chilaquiles. These are house-made tortilla chips tossed in a 3-chili red sauce with cheddar jack cheese, 2 eggs up, queso fresco, a cilantro serrano crema, sliced avocado, and topped with pepitas. I've had these before and they were fabulous, so I'm excited to try these again. And then Alan grabs the new to us breakfast barbacoa tamales with a black bean puree, pumpkin mole sauce, creamy salsa verde, pickled onions, queso fresco, and 2 eggs up. These look fantastic. Sexy egg. Too sexy eggs.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, the egg is cooked perfectly. The mousse on the exterior is light and fluffy. It's not super dense and packed in. The mole, complex. You get that chocolate flavor. There's a little bit of spice to it. Not a lot, nothing that's gonna like blow you away, but it's enough to remind you that it's there. And I just have to say, it is seasoned so well. There is such a depth of flavor in this dish. It's gonna take me a while to suss out all the individual things I'm tasting, but it is just so deep and complex, and this is going to be very filling, and I'm excited.
Sexy Egg, the sequel. Sexy Egg 2. Alright, I'm going to try and get a good chip here. All this. So that runny egg. Fresh avocado. This is a delicious dish. Definitely shareable, I think. I love the red sauce. It does have a little bit of heat to it, but nothing too much. And then you've got the nice kind of nutty cotija cheese. You've got that runny, ooey gooey egg. A little bit of herbiness from that crema on top. It's kind of like breakfast nachos, and you can tell the tortilla chips are homemade. They're standing up to all this stuff on top of them. It's phenomenal.
On our way out, I wanted to take a moment and point out something that a cast member showed me on the way in this broken tile mosaic, and that is in this corner here of a hidden Mickey within the broken tiles right here at the bottom corner. I shouldn't say corner, this is a circle, but at the bottom section of it.
Finished an amazing meal. Just pointing out a few more details. Here's some of those marquettes I was talking about from some of the Pixar shorts, including I Lava You. I love that one for obvious reasons. I also love the wall by the bathroom full of chalk written Pixar quotes. I like the signs with the Incredibles on them for the bathroom. And I just noticed this lamp for the first time that has a bunch of different faces on it. And it was actually, these are drawings and signatures from the artist that worked on this restaurant. So that's really neat. Delicious.
100% worth it.
Absolutely worth it.
Any meal, I think, is good. Not only because of the food, the drink, but also the view and location.
An important note, though. Lobster nachos only now available at Boardwalk Dining, which is this upstairs part up here. No reservations, walk up only. So if you want lobster nachos, they still exist, just not in the main restaurant. But every meal I've had there has been delicious. The drinks are good.
The service has been incredible.
And like Alan said, you can't beat the view. Great place to luxuriate on your park day, so absolutely worth it. Also, as always, pro tip, get a to-go beverage. I got a coffee.
Next up, we are headed to Cocina Cucamonga, which is here in San Francisco Square. It is a holdover from the Pacific Wharf, and I honestly think it got held over because of the food item we're going to try next, and that is the birria tacos. In fact, every time we have tried to mobile order the birria tacos, The window for us to pick it up has been at least 20 to 30 minutes in the future. So we're here to see if these are worth all that gas. But before we approach Cocina Cucamonga, let's just take a moment to take in San Francisco Square. I love the work that was done here from Pacific Wharf because it just has so many cool Easter eggs and fun references to Big Hero 6. And listen, as a fan of that film, it's really fun to look around and see things like, oh, I don't know, an underground bot battle arena referenced here. Another of my favorite, if you stand here by these recycling bins that have definitely not suspicious locks on them, they'll rattle every once in a while because these are filled with Hero's microbots that may or may not, they certainly have been, mass-produced to be used by a villainous entity. All in the same area, you also have Wasabi's tool rack. If you remember from the film, he's got the outlines on the spot where every tool should go because he's very, how we say, particular about how he places things. And we just scoot over here a little bit to the left, and we have Gogo's bike, which we'll see her use after Hiro makes some modifications and she becomes a part of the Big Hero 6 hero crew. If you want a full breakdown of all of the restaurants here in San Francisco Square and a whole host of secrets, Molly has got you covered. She has made a video of that which covers all of those things, and I do recommend you check that out. Okay, here is our haul from Cocina Cucamonga. We have picked up the hot item, the quesabirria tacos. This is braised beef and cheese tacos with a tomatilla salsa and consomme served on the side, as well as the San Francisco style street corn. This is corn on the cob with togarashi mayonnaise, queso fresco, furikake, and bonito flakes, served with wheat chicharrones. Now, normally, if you look about, it would be quite hard to find some seating in this area, but because it is a little bit on the chilly side, you'll notice that many of these tables are open and available. Also, Molly is very bundled up.
I have heard so many people talk about these. I have seen so many TikToks about these. They look pretty good. Yeah, these bang. Are these the best food in this park? Not to disparage my beloved cheese on a stick, but oh my gosh. They're stuffed, the meat is tender, the cheese is on the outside, so it's acting crispity, crunchity. I'm amazed.
I love birria tacos, and they are so easy to do poorly. Because oftentimes what happens is your meat gets cooked so much that it's super dry. Yeah, these are elite. And the fact that they're a theme park food, way to crush it, Callie. Wow. Anyway, time to try corn. It's nice that they give you a handle, you know, just in case you want to use this as a weapon or you know, to eat. Yeah, I like that a lot too. The corn, first of all, cooked really well, roasted, sweet, bites and falls right off the cob. It's covered with togarashi mayonnaise, which a lot of people are like, I don't like mayonnaise. It doesn't have that fatty mayonnaise flavor that a lot of people associate with just like a spoonful, a glob of mayo, because it's offset by the cheese, which is light and nutty, and then some of that furikake flavor coming through, which is just, it doesn't taste like seaweed, it's just a light salt added to this. This is some elite street corn. Way to go, San Francisco.
On our way to our third and final destination tonight, we are headed to do a World of Color dessert party. World of Color is the very popular nighttime spectacular here in Disney California Adventure. It is part water show, part projection, part pyro. It is all amazing. And because of this, like I said, it's very popular. In fact, it's so popular that if you'd like standing room without booking any kind of dining package, you have to sign up with a virtual queue to get a spot. Now, I'm not saying you can't see it from other locations. I'm just saying if you want a primo view, you either have to get a virtual queue spot or sign up for the dining package or dessert party, which is again what we're doing today. As we head to check in, just a note on the virtual queue, it is free, available to anyone. All you have to do is at noon with a Disney California reservation, or if you have Park Hopper tickets, you can have a Disneyland reservation. You're gonna go to the virtual queue page within the My Disney Experience app, confirm your party, make sure everybody is all synced up, and then right at 11:59:59, hit refresh and join the virtual queue. From then, hopefully, you'll get a spot. However, if there are 2 shows of World of Color, you do not get to choose which show you are attending with the virtual queue. It will tell you you're either attending the early or later show, which is one of the downfalls of doing the virtual queue. One positive though is it doesn't usually fill up. We are here on a weekend. We are here during the opening of the Food and Wine Festival in DCA, and there were still spots several hours after the queue opened. If you do the virtual queue, the area opens up 75 minutes before showtime, and I do recommend getting there relatively early because obviously the earlier you get there, the better your view is. But if you don't want to deal with any of that hassle, there is both a dining package you can do where you go eat at one of the restaurants in the park and they give you a voucher to see the show, or a dessert party, which is $89 per person. If you do the dessert party, you pick which show you'd like to go to. You're going to check in an hour before your showtime, and they're going to lead you over to a seated area with a perfect view of the show where you're going to get some desserts, little munchies, as well as alcohol if you'd like to imbibe, to sit, relax, and enjoy the show with. We just made it to the spot to check in, which is right here near the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail in Grizzly Peak. All right, so we checked in. They told us to join this line. They gave us wristbands. They asked what table we prefer, a low or a high top. We said whatever has the best view. And now I believe they're going to walk us over. Oh, yeah, that is happening immediately. They're walking us over to the destination. I will say I have done this a couple times in the past, and it has been a longer wait. So I think it just depends on your timing because they're moving everyone over in shifts to the reserved viewing area. So this time we just got lucky. Now, one thing to note is that this could potentially be a shared table experience if you're a smaller party. Alan and I were seated with another couple, so I'm recording this after the fact as to not disturb them. So just keep that in mind. Upon arrival, our wonderful server brought us hot chocolates because it is chilly tonight. He let us know they also had coffee as well as sodas and water. We also ordered coffees. They also, if you are an adult, again, all you care to enjoy alcohol. That includes a couple of different wines, Corona if you like beer, as well as a spicy margarita. They also have a raspberry lemonade mocktail if you are not old enough or don't want to drink. Alan and I, both being members of the family, of course went for Corona. Everyone is also presented with a dessert and cheese platter. It includes a couple of different cheeses, crackers, and grapes, as well as some classic desserts, a macaron, a chocolate cheesecake, a bundt cake, a kind of sturdier, thicker, lemony cookie, and a Mickey-shaped Rice Krispie treat. These desserts are basic but pretty good. I particularly enjoyed the Rice Krispie treat as well as that sturdier cookie. Alan enjoyed the chocolate cheesecake the most. Of course, no one is going to be mad about having some brie and cheddar cheese and grapes. I don't think you're booking this because you're going to get the most unique, over-the-top, incredible desserts you've had. You can definitely get comparable, if not better, desserts at the bakery cases around property, but really you're doing this experience because of the view, and it's nice that the desserts that go along with it are delightful, are cute, and are tasty. They're just, again, nothing super unique or exciting. I'd also say there's enough cheese that if you're like me and could consume cheese for an entire meal, I will say it's definitely not a meal for most people, but my mom and I did get a laugh because when I was growing up, oftentimes my mom and I would have charcuterie dinner where we would just eat cheese and crackers and fruit. So we kind of said this is that equivalent, but now we're both adults. So I think you could eat this with a couple of snacks and it would be dinner, but I don't think that this on its own would qualify as dinner.
My greatest reward is to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward.
Since 1923, Walt Disney's ripples of laughter, wonder, and beauty have brought happiness to the world. He showed us how little ripples can become great waves. It just takes one look. The ripples. So small at first, then look how they grow.
schemes against you. The journey may leave us scarred. It just takes one.
I'd like to speak to the World of Color 1 show director because whoever came up with the Lion King Mufasa Remember Who You Are part into Reflection from Mulan into the grandmother Tala Moana Song of the Ancestors, you're diabolical. My emotions are not okay.
Yeah, you're throwing a bunch of haymakers,
It's so mean.
and my soul is unable to sustain that level of onslaught.
I was like, I've seen this show many times and I boo-hoo cry every time because it's just so poignant and so beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, full disclosure, a little bit of backstory. Years ago, Molly had never been to Disneyland, had never seen World of Color, and we came to see the OG show.
It was our first vacation together, was to Disneyland.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a weepy experience for both of us.
It features Mufasa dying.
And since then, every time World of Color has become a feature, it is still weepy. So I say to you, show director,
Why? But also I love you.
honestly, keep on keeping on. You know, I can't be mad. You're doing your job,
I would
and
flick you in the forehead and kiss you on the nose, all with consent. But the question isn't if you should see it the show or not, because yes, you should see World of Color, whatever iteration it is, you should see it. It's
That's
a
true.
phenomenal, beautiful show, very unique to Disney California Adventure. But
the question is, should you attend the dessert party?
first of all, you don't need to pay for the dessert party to enjoy World of Color. You can very easily get that virtual queue. There are plenty of spots, but the pro of the dessert party is the seating. Seat, first of all, very key after a long day in the parks. And two, you get a perfect view of the show.
It really is, I think, the ideal situation when you're viewing that. Plus, what Molly has mentioned is all true. You don't have to gamble. You get a spot. You can sign up for virtual queue, and it likely won't be as good of a spot as if you are doing this experience. But if it is, you're going to be standing, and that's a lot after a long park day.
The biggest con of this is obviously the price. $90 a person does add up very quick when it's already expensive to come to Disneyland. I will say the equivalent parties at Magic Kingdom start at $10 more and go up to $30+ more. And I actually think it's more important to get a good view of World of Color than fireworks because of where the action is happening. So if you have it in your budget or you're looking to splurge on like a birthday or a special occasion trip, I do think this is a really nice way to do it. I think that if you go early, you get enough desserts, you get enough drinks, and you get a beautiful view. So it is a really wonderful way to see this incredible show.
Well, that is the end to another episode of our Worth It series.
We have also done this video over at Disneyland, and several in Walt Disney World, Universal, but let us know where else you'd like to see this, or if you have any restaurants to suggest.
And until next time, friends, please be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, follow us on all of our socials, and come join us on Discord. We would love to have you there. The links for all that are down below.
And check out the Mammoth Club Patreon where we have behind-the-scenes content and more. And until next time, friends, I'm Molly.
And I'm Alan.
And it has been so delicious and magical.
So delicious. And emotionally traumatizing.
Yeah, would you like to go cry at Mulan, Lion King, or Moana in our hotel room right now? We have to-go desserts from the dessert party.
Is like D, all of the above acceptable?
It sounds like a woman's crying in your bedroom.
I don't know, who could that be? I don't know. There must be somebody above us. She seems to be really going through
you're
something.
You're on the top floor.
Okay, I'll keep it down.